Discord, Cliff. Nothing but good people.
It's time for Comics and Company and Coffee. You know what? It was a whole mix up, but it's okay. We're here. We're together. We've got Darth Lopez. We've got half of Discord here. I'm really happy. And we'll be right back after this message. I don't even know I have that there. It's just because, like, somewhere after the 10-minute mark, I will end up dropping an F-bomb, and I know it's coming.
Oh. Yeah. Well, I curse too, so it makes two cursing.
I know dudes. we gotta keep it together for 7 minutes, 7 whole minutes, 7 whole minutes.
It's a little bit too hot down here, so I'm not trying to flare it up.
That's okay. That's okay. I had a guest dry hump a desk, so you know that we have a very high bar for how low you can go. Can't wait to see Darth Pussy of the week.
Don't let them trigger you, Marcus. Marcus, can I just share this? Like, it's shocking to them that we're doing this, and I'm like, why, Marcus? You of all people, like I don't know how that's shocking. You know, it's all about comics, baby. At the end of the day, that's what binds us together.
It's all about comics. I see. The thing is, I think people are like, they know specifically with this, I am trying to just avoid drama shit because, like, this show is supposed to be about why we enjoy comics, what comics are we enjoying, what are we excited about collecting, and of course, like, it's not like I was like, oh, that's it. It's over,
Right.
No, I'll never look at Darth again. Yeah, like, there's very few people out there where I was like, yo, things happen. Let's be cool. Let's do a show. Let's talk about what we love. And I talked to you about this yesterday. I was like, we should all be focused on what we love.
Yes, that's why I like this bubble, this part of the multiverse, 3193. You guys are all.
How did it become 3193? Where did that?
Okay, because before I had my own channel, I had this thing. There was a reason I explained to you why I found a lot of channels. We won't mention that, but the goodness that came from that was me. Like, who's this? Like, who are these? Who are these people? Who's in this bubble? And I found Immortal Biggie Shaq. Immortal Biggie Shaq recommended Marcus, and through Marcus, I found DJ Links, Legion of Comics, you. I later found John Comics with Kids, and then to come to see that you guys all intertwine and mix. I would lurk and watch FOC and chill. Like, all this community, this part of the comic book YouTube community is very friendly with each other. But I do think because you guys are friendly and friends happen, it gets a little murky, and then the drama erupts from whatever, right? So I just said I'm going to build the multiverse. I'm going to go through all the channels on comic book YouTube. I'm going to put them all in a group in an era. That's too big of a task. But in me doing that, I said, well, I'm from the Flipperverse, the Tales from the Flip Side era of things, Breon Wednesday, Brian McClay, that type of stuff. That's a 61996. I got it written down somewhere. And the Biggie verse, or it 31393, like Legion, you, DJ Links, and yada yada yada. That's where the numbering comes from. Just playing with the comics, the MCU 616 type thingamajig. If that makes sense.
I just thought 3193 is such a specific number. I was like, I wonder if like if it had a meaning, like if you chose it based on someone you encountered or someone's birthday or something like that.
Not why, because I really became good friends with Biggie and like Marcus and a bunch of others. I was like, the Biggie verse sounds like it would be cool if it was a 31393. That's all it was.
Well, that's pretty neat, at least.
Yeah, I mean, because it's a big pocket. It's a big, small, niche pocket, Cliff. It's like we got our own ecosystem, and I do think everybody should mingle.
I think the thing is, like, deep down, I think there is a commingling.
Yeah.
There really is, but in fairness to all parties, big and small.
See what you did there.
And by big and small, I mean high number subscribers, low number subscribers.
Oh,
Right. I didn't mean it any other way.
Oh yeah, well, average is positive. I heard, girth. Well, we don't. Let's not go there.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's there's a commingling there. Like, there are people that I've like gone up to talk to, like they only know me because I appeared on so and so's whatever. But they still they have a concept of who I am. They're like, oh, I know you. You're that dude. And I'm like, that's exciting. You know, and sometimes people know me for my own stuff. And I'm like, well, that's even better.
Yeah. Sycotron enjoys your content. He wanted me to tell you that.
Thank you.
He's like, I don't know, fan. But when, you know, like, fan's weird, right? He's a supporter of your content. He wanted me to specifically, I can see you blushing, Cliff.
Well, I gotta tell you, I met someone. Well, I've been on a stream with Sicko before, so that's cool, and that is different than I actually met a fan, and I met an actual fan at Terrificon, right? His name was Chris, and it was very flattering. And he's like, I just want you to know, I found you on so and so stream, and I watch you when you appear on these other people, and occasionally my wife and I tune into your show. And he goes, and like, I usually watch you on the TV. I don't say anything. But like, it's great to meet you. Whatever, we love what you're doing. My wife thinks you're hilarious, and I was like, "Oh my god, let's take a picture."
Yeah,
you know, like I just think it's great, and I don't know, and I'm probably, and I will think it's great for a long time because I like people. I remember watching BoJack Horseman, and you know, he's facing the afterlife, right? And one of the characters is like, remember like signing your first autograph, and she talks in detail about signing her first autograph, right?
Yeah.
And then she goes, and then like it's never the same. Like after that, it feels like an obligation and blah 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 blah. You know, but there is something about that first time, you know. And then like one of the other characters chimed in, and because there are all these figures in the afterlife, right? Is like how it comes. Oh my God, Freaky Louie, yo, he's in 2 categories. Get this man a trophy this year, people.
Yes, and you know, I might as well shoot my wad, so to speak, Cliff. I am in two categories. Best channel under, is it 500 subscribers or 1,000? I think it's under 500.
Were you under 500 when this started?
I believe so, yes.
And it would be under 500, yes.
And then the other one, I don't remember what it was, but I want to win the one under 500. So vote for Darth Lopez. If you don't vote for me, vote for Chanko. But
oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, because if I don't win, you know, my shit is drama, baby, all day, every day.
You're like, if I don't win, I understand.
Yeah, no, of course I do. You know, because yeah. Because it's funny because they did the video. I picked up a few subscribers, and I said, okay, let me give it a few days, because they're all gonna leave once they go through. What is this? Who is? What is this guy? What does he do? And then sure enough, they skedaddle. But that's okay, you know.
I mean, that's the nature of this. That's why I say, you know, just keep grinding.
Gray hairs.
Yeah, grind and focus on what you love, right?
Yeah.
And let me tell you, it's a struggle. It's a struggle, you know. Yeah,
I think it's really hard to grow now, especially right now in the time we're in, to create new content in this space. Yeah. I think it's harder than it was maybe a few years ago now. Everything's being done, Cliff.
Everything's being done, but do it your way. Remember, it's not about new, it's about how you make it new. By the way, there's tons of stuff not being done out there, all right? You know, you love Wolverine and everybody talks about Wolverine, but maybe you love Nightcrawler and not everybody talks about Nightcrawler. Maybe you love Binary. Certainly not everybody's talking about Binary. Yeah. And videos like that work because they're informative and they're evergreen, right? And if you look at all the most successful YouTubers in the comic community that we've labeled most successful, if you look at their roots are in evergreen content.
That's true.
You know, where it's like, you know, those people who just do those videos where it's like, did you know the effects of red kryptonite on Superman? And then they just give you a history on red kryptonite ruining lives for Superman, Girl, Superboy. You know?
Yeah, that's true. I'm not stopping anytime soon. I'm one of the ones that I can truly admit I have fun in what I do, and I'm not worried about growth or subscribers. The only thing I do get a little bit, I don't know, is views. I can't lie. I wouldn't be honest. But other than that, dude, I'm just here for the ride, bro.
I'm just saying, enjoy the ride, but evergreen content is the way to go.
Absolutely.
You know, because other stuff will come and go, but people will be like, who the hell is Gray Beast? You know, like, I got a video for it.
Yeah, like the Beast in the X-Force run we were talking about last night. Dude was a maniac.
Exactly. It's like, what happened to you? I came from another dimension. Oh, okay.
Man, he was brutal. That is a very good run.
Yeah.
That X-Force run.
There are some really good highs and lows in the X-Men universe, that is for sure.
Absolutely. The Krakoa era, definitely.
I have a lot of love for the Krakoa era.
I do too. I do too. Yeah.
I love the being on top. See, Freaky Louie says, look, main character syndrome rules. You know, like that's like, you know, that's a nice series, you know. I'm just saying there's all sorts of stuff. I'm just trying to focus on my love of collecting and the love of collecting for other people in the community, which brings us to the 9-panel version of your origin story, which I will have you answer this question, not the first comic book you ever picked up, the first comic book that you picked up that made you into a collector.
I'm gonna fall under the good old proverbial Frank Castlereagh. Punisher #1, the 88. So not the unlimited,
right.
About the unlimited series. I remember specifically where I was in Los Angeles. That's where I grew up. That's where me and my wife were born and raised. Specifically on Washington Boulevard. I went to Catholic school. So I latchkey kid, right? So I have to take the bus home. So before I took the bus, before the bus stop, I want to get an ice cream cone. I was already loving comics, but I just was having whatever. And so I pulled into the Thrifties. I bought me an ice cream cone. I just subconsciously went to the spinner rack, and I saw the Punisher #1 with the bazooka on the stair. Yes, there it is. That made me a collector because after that, I wanted issue 2 and issue 3 and issue 4. So that book made me a collector to be conscious of, I want to collect every issue. That's when I started bagging and boarding. Because thankfully, private school, Catholic school, you got kids, there's a little bit of money there, not a lot. And so there was a kid who went to junior high, and this little brother would go there. There was an after school thing, and he'd go to Golden Apple for kids.
There you go.
Yes, he'd have a list. Hey, I'm going to go to Golden Apple. I'm going to get comics. And I would give him my list. Punisher, Spider-Man, this, and that. And he'd bring back books, and he'd be like, actually, he was the one who says, here, I got you guys bagging boards. And I was like, what's this? And he showed us how to bag and board and put the tape.
Oh, that's nice. And it's nice that there was someone a little bit older in your local community who was young and took the time to be like, oh yeah, you guys got to care for your comics. Like, we do not see that often enough, right? But it is really lovely when we have the opportunity. I have a funny story. And by the way, I went to Catholic school too, and not the same experience, but we were all secret comic book nerds.
Yeah.
So this young man came into the comic book store, and this is like sometime last year, and we're filming for the Council of Comics, right? And we see him, and he asked about, like, I don't remember if he asked about like Wolverine, but he also asked for like something that like we don't talk about every day, and we're just so excited that he was asking about something new and different. And we all jumped in and we all started buying him comics. We're like, I bought you this one. I bought you that. Look, I bought you this. This is a 5-issue series. I bought you this.
Yeah.
He was like, oh my God, I came in here for $2. It was like, nah, man, you got to read and come back to us. We never saw him again. And I was like, we never saw him again. But that young man left with a bag like this full of comics because we're like, no, let's help you out. Let's help you get started. You got to figure out what you love. Like, we're trying so hard.
Yeah, that was a dope era, dude. That was like 80, whatever that year was. I don't remember, 86 or whatever it was. But that was all the 88?
87. Sorry, 87.
80, yeah. Oh, that was a good time. You know, that was like a lot of the Spider-Man before McFarlane.
Yeah. And Punisher War Journal debuted in 88.
Yes. Yes. That was a lot of good Spider-Man reading. The Hobgoblin and the Rose and all the events. See, like I remember when they did the MCU, that era, my time, the Avengers was, if I remember, Hercules, Rambeau, Captain Marvel,
Monica,
She-Hulk, Tigra,
Yep.
Black Knight. You know, that was a different of it. That was Evolutionary War was going on. That was just a good time for comics, man.
It was always it's not always.
Well, it's always correct. Yeah. But
it's almost always a good time for comics. But yeah, that was a good time for comics.
Rom, we were talking about Rom the other day in the Discord, and I remember picking up Rom books. You know, I remember having that DC Wild Dog, the guy with the Jason Voorhees mask and a Uzi.
Yeah, that was
Mad Dog.
Mad Dog, yes.
Something Mad. Yeah. It's just a good time. It was a fun time, man. Not to mention the toys. Yes, I have that. Yeah. Remember the annuals, bro, when they would fight each other?
Oh, yeah, especially that Avengers Defenders one I loved.
Yeah, dude.
I'm trying to find another from... I just went through this box yesterday. I was like, I know there's another one in here that you're going to love. It's somewhere. Buried deep in hell somewhere.
Yeah, I think I got all my Avengers over there, but... Yeah.
There's some Black Knight action, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good time.
The young readers. And that's the thing. Like, you know, we want to encourage younger readers. We want this to go on.
Absolutely. Because I do kind of believe that, well, I don't want to be pessimistic, but I do believe that, I don't know if I don't know, dude, if we're going to be having floppies soon. I do subscribe to that. Floppies could die out in a few years, Cliff. I don't want to think that way.
But yeah, it keeps. We're still here.
Yeah.
And by the way, and no matter what, it's still only about 10% of the market or less that does digital. You know.
Right.
So like, you know, and it's still happening, and we still have people out there, you know, with $1 and a dream at shows promoting their product.
Was that?
You know?
Did you just reference Tupac, Cliff?
$1 and a dream is the lottery.
Okay.
Now, is it coincidental that it's Tupac?
$1 and a dream. No, that might be Biggie. Well, never mind. Let's not go down that road.
You got to remember, growing up, all right. Even though there was always a East Coast, West Coast, blah blah.
Yeah.
We were all listening to the same shit.
Absolutely.
Like, who are you fooling? You know you're listening to it.
I have a hot take in the Whisper Cell Discord. Discord gets on me. I don't know nothing about Wu-Tang Clan.
Oh my God.
I am from the West Coast. I am from Los Angeles, California. There was a bias, and I'm pretty, the way people talk about Wu-Tang Clan, I'm sure they were out, but when I'm a rocker first, let me just say that, but when you're listening to rap music, that's what you see where you grow up is different. You might have blinders on, besides Biggie and Nas and stuff like that.
I guess, but I feel like Biggie spoke to a lot of people, but Wu-Tang is like phenomenal. And I mean, despite homophobic remarks from the Wu-Tang Clan members, but I'm not going to get into that, even though it's very deep inside of me and a point of contention that I'm unhappy with. Outside of that, they're really lovely. And during COVID, they actually helped the Ottawa Food Pantry in Canada. And I only found that out when I went up there for Ottawa Comic-Con towards the end of the COVID isolation, where Ottawa Comic-Con came back for like 2022 or something.
Yeah.
And there's these dudes, and they're wearing Wu-Tang shirts, but it says Ottawa instead of Wu-Tang Clan. I'm like, what are you wearing? What is happening? And they're like, oh, you don't know? No, I don't know. I was like, that news didn't make it down here. They not only spent hundreds of thousands helping save the Ottawa Food Pantry and helping people in need with hunger in Canada during that time, they also hosted a series of shows, made the shirts that they were giving out in the community, and started 36chambers.org in Canada. Wait, 30? Right. Started that in Canada as an organization to help food pantries in Canada. I was blown away. I was like, oh my God.
Isn't it Method Man or Red Man that is a comic guy? It's one of them two, I think.
Yeah. Method Man's definitely a comic guy, that's for sure. I think all of them are low-key comic guys.
Fantastic.
But Method Man is outspoken about it.
Yes. Yeah. I think I saw him on I used to love that show, Comic Book Man on AMC.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's appeared there.
Yeah.
See, you know what's sad? Like, Comic Book Man is always the show I wanted in my shop, and then it was just happening. And I was like, well, there's that. Yeah. Ghostface Killer, RZA, Jizza, Raekwon, you know.
See, I was more West Coast, more of a dog pound. Corrupt and Daz.
Dude, it's never too late to listen to their music and see what it's about.
I know.
Yeah,
because that was a hot take, but you know, hey.
I know, but it's like a mild hot take. You didn't have exposure. I'm just saying, listen now. I think, and also when you're older and you have more exposure to life outside your own world, like you can listen to that music and be like, oh shit.
Well, it was very lyrical because I don't know if you know Mighty Comics and Collectibles. Well, you know, we have a good rapport, and I gave him that take, and he sent me a Ghostface and somebody Cuban Links. That shit was fire.
There you go.
I mean, because Well, I stepped away from rap. I want to say almost 20 years. Every now and then would listen to whatever came out. I'm a rocker first, so I would always go to rock. And when the rap beef, popped up, it got me to, with YouTube and other reactions, it got me to go down rabbit holes and rap. And then I think, I'm 48, so I was like, I'm all about lyricists now and bars and double entendres. And I went down that rabbit hole discovering J. Cole and really listening to Kendrick's music and a little bit of Drake and a lot of lyricists. And when I heard that song that I was sent, I was like, man, this motherfucker's bars, like a lot of lyrical. So I will go down eventually a Wu-Tang Clan. It's hard, Cliff, because I spend, even at work, I'm the boss, so I have the luxury of being whisper Discord ready all day, every day. And that's where I spend much of my time, believe it or not. So for me to be able to listen to a full album will take some time, but I'll get there eventually.
I'm just saying, it sounds like you already started, so you're doing all right. You're doing all right, But I love I love how quickly this transitioned from comic book origin.
Oh yeah, my bad. Well, I get conversation.
No, it's good. It's really good. No.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Listen, my show is about conversation. Like that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that's what mine is. I tried to do interviews, and I think the only really interview questions I had was for Marcus and Mighty Comics. After that, it's really a hangout with buddies. You know what I mean? And just shooting the shit. The one I had with Bleecker was really good. We talked about some good comic stuff. I'm
surprised you didn't talk about music with Bleecker.
Yeah, we're both rockers. We're similar age. Well, I'm a Pearl Jam fan. That's my favorite band. Well, fuck it. We're gonna do it. So Pearl Jam, Radiohead number 2, and Tool number 3. Everything after that is great, but those are my 3. And so when he did Pearl Jam Black, that was for your boy Darth.
It looks like I love his musical interludes that he posts on his channel. I'm here for it.
Yeah. Today is Sunday. It's church.
It is church. We're stepping on that.
Yeah,
it's
right.
Okay.
Heroes.
We gotta make all our time that we can in this community.
Tool does rule. Yeah. You're pulling out books, and now you're giving me the itch.
Well, no, I'm looking at. Well, we got to talk about the book of the week, but I don't remember where I put my books of the week.
Oh, I got. Want me to go first?
You can go first.
Well, so this is what I picked up last week because I am slowing down. So.
Wait. Just really quick. Let's just do one thing. Go ahead.
Nice. Okay, this is Sonic 80, 1 in 50. Yeah, I collect Sonic for pure flipper shit. Just to flip later. This is recommended by John. I call him the Professor. John Comics with Friends.
Yes.
This is the first appearance of Storm's daughter from the future. We don't know who the dad is, but this was recommended by John. And
I will only accept Black Panther or for just the father.
That's something I want to be. I can't wait for season 2 of X-Men 97, dude. So this might be right. You mess with this. So I get Transformers, the A and B, and the 1 in 10, and G.I. Joe. So this is the 1 in 10. Rodimus Prime guy? No. Who is this again? Ultra Magnus. Ultra. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. And here we go, Cliff. Huh? I know this tickles your fancy. No pun intended. So this is the 1 in 10 of the G.I. Joe.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no. He's not my favorite Joe.
Yeah, he's not my favorite Joe. Yeah,
he could be my favorite Joe. He could find that way. He could find that way real fast.
Mm-hmm. And this is another 1 in 10 of the either 22 or 21 of the Transformers.
Transformers has so many damn covers. You could tell me that it's a 1 in 40. I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically what I picked up. Remember, I'm really down to an affordable, less than $100 a month.
Right, you gotta keep it tight. You're like, look, $25 a week.
Pretty much.
Yeah. No, right now I'm like 50 a week, and I gotta stop. That's even that's a killer. That's a killer, but I gotta do it because it's too much. It's too much.
Yeah.
All right. My comic of the week. I don't like the art on this. I'm not even gonna lie. But Superman: The Kryptonite Spectrum. It's a great read. It's a Black Label series. Superman's got like all these other kryptonites like lying around the fortress, and Batman's like, "What are you even doing? Are you like trying to kill yourself? Whatever." He's like, "Well, I gotta figure out what they do." So there's this purplish or violet like kryptonite. So they like try to see what it is, but it disorients Superman. So as Superman is perceiving time completely out of order, and Batman is just trying to manage it the best he can. And as the effects wear off, Superman starts to see everything as it was meant to be. And then they're in the fortress, and just as the effects are wearing off, Superman is experiencing his date with Lois out of time and how badly it's going. Right? And Batman's like, "Are you okay?" He's like, no, yeah, it's fine. We're like, "Yeah, we got to continue." And Batman's like, "All right, so there's this cobalt blue kryptonite. So what does this do?" And Superman's giant size next to him. And he's like, "Okay." And then that's the setup for the next issue. So I really enjoyed this. I probably gave too much away, but if y'all need a different kind of read, I'm here. Shadow is fire, according to Perry. And you're not a fan of 9 Inch Nails. See, we learned something new.
I'm not. I can't stand Trent Reznor, dude. He's so pompous. He literally thinks like I just can't stand him. Just like I can't stand Billy Corgan. And I don't do glam rock. I do not do glam rock. I don't do Guns N' Roses, Motley Crue. I go to war by myself within my Discord about that. I like Skid Row. I do like Skid Row, but I don't like. I like, obviously, the ballads of Guns N' Roses and all that, but I don't care about Sweet Child of Mine, none of that. It is what it is. I'm a 90s dude. I'm Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Tool. I'm Incubus, Radiohead, Beck. Yeah, I do like some Coldplay.
Oh, well, yeah, there's some.
I do like some Coldplay, so I can't, and a bunch of other bands. I'm a CCR guy. To me, that's probably the greatest classic rock band for me. CCR, obviously Zeppelin. I don't care about the Beatles. That might cause a ruckus, but hey, I love Tom Petty, obviously. John Cougar Mellencamp, and I like the chicks. I like Annie DeFranco, Dido. I like Natalie Merchant.
Annie DeFranco, you and every lesbian I know. Come on.
Yeah. It's a female in my life years ago of why I know some of that music.
I bet she was playing Ani. She was playing Ani and Tori Spelling for you all. Not Tori Spelling. Tori Amos for you all.
Yes, Cornflake Girl. That's why I'm a huge Tori Amos fan.
Listen,
I love Cornflake Girl.
I love Tori Amos and I love Ani, and I gotta thank all the lesbians in my life for welcoming me.
Hey man, Torian was rocks, bro. Bjork, I love Bjork. Now Bjork, I discovered, Human Behavior. Like Bjork, I knew on my own because of the MTV era.
But Bjork, like, just knew to just play with sound.
Yeah.
Right? Like that was like her thing. Like she is the artist in music artist. You know, like she was all her videos are a sound and art.
Yeah.
You know? Like even Oh So Quiet, I love it. You know, it's just like she just knows. You know.
Have you heard of motherfucker? Hold on, I got my spot. Have you? They're from Iceland. I love this band. Damn it, man. You know, hold on. I'll find them really, really quick. Struggling. Of Monsters and Men.
Of Monsters and Men, yes.
Yeah, they're from Iceland.
Yes, they are.
And that lead singer, dude.
The guitarist is Ragnar. Yeah.
Yeah. And the lead singer, she can sing, dude.
Yes, she can.
She's like, man, dude, she's bad, dude. I love their music.
Yeah.
So,
but
they got a new.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how they got the how they got a little bit of fame.
Money, the album, a few years ago.
Yeah.
A little.
And by the way, their music is also on the Walking Dead soundtrack.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So like, you know, they made so like I remember like hearing them again, but there was something they did.
Little. There was a song that blew up for them.
Yeah, the one with the glockenspiel.
Shit, I don't remember.
But you know what I'm talking about. It had a really wild sound, and all the instruments they played were crazy, like glockenspiel and the melodica and the tambourine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yes, I do. I just can't. Little Pause. There's a song on Little Pause, if that's the name of the album, I think. But they're great. They're great. Even my wife jumped in. Oh my God, she sings so good. And I almost saw him in Joliet here in Illinois, but couldn't make it. I had to go out of town.
That is. I mean, like that's an outside the box group, but I approve.
Yeah, dope.
You know, and
even Mark Wayne.
I'm not even gonna tell you how I got into them for a while. I'm just gonna let that ride.
It's probably a dude, right?
Yep, always a dude.
That was a dude. Well, I remember I brought it up on Legion. I call him Mark Wayne. And he was like, "Oh fuck yeah, Darth," you know, like yeah, like so I know people know of them.
Yeah, well, no, they have stints of success in our country, and
big time.
Like, yeah, no, like I can't remember the very first time, but like,
well, let me see.
Yeah, I'm still, but I remember when they appeared in the Walking Dead soundtrack, I was like, oh shit. Like,
well, there was I used to play FIFA a lot, and you know I'm in recovery, right? So, there's a song called Crystals, and for some reason, I hadn't relapsed. I was strong, but that song, I could see myself being on a bender and listening to that song over and over because of what the lyrics were. And I just thanked everything I could think of that I was clean and sober. It even made me call my sponsor at the time. Yeah, I think I was triggered. You know what I mean? I was like, wait a minute. I could just see myself with a bottle and blah 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 blah, and just listen to that song, really depressed over and over again.
And not where you want to see yourself.
No, absolutely not. But they have their music's so beautiful. It's like roller coasters, ups and downs. It's good, happy lyrics, and some lyrics that make you think. They're really good songwriters, and she's a cutie, and she can sing.
I think that's a powerful thing in recovery, right? Is reclaiming your power over those feelings.
Yes. I couldn't listen to.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't listen.
You can have the ups and downs.
Yeah, I couldn't listen to Alice in Chains' Nutshell for a few years. Because in the midst of all that song played over and over again. Then I healed enough to like, oh, I love this song. But I know what he was talking about. I know what he was singing, what he was going through. But we don't want to, let's not, let's
Well, I was
just
gonna
keep.
say, so I am. In case you didn't know, I am an employment specialist in a mental health slash rehabilitation program.
Mm,
So like all people are welcome. So we got people who come because they're grieving, people who are coming because they have behavioral health issues, people who are coming because they're in some form of recovery. So I have this mix of people who I work with, regularly, and of course, when you're coming to my program, it's all these things are about being able to reclaim reclaim yourself and reclaim your strength.
absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
it's funny because I do have one lady, and she's always struggling, man. She's always struggling, but she's got us, her sponsor, AA. Like she does all.
Mhm.
She does all. She's like I fall off the wagon every week or two. She's like, but she's like I keep at it, because she wants to
Yeah.
get there.
You have to. You just can't give up.
Yeah, and
That's the main key is you gotta just really, for me, the whole story, I won't go into it, but thought I wasn't that person. And then I got I realized by others that wait a minute, I was that person. And then, I let go. Are you trying to kill a fly?
I'm trying to kill a couple of things.
Yeah. Then I let go and said, you know what? Let me listen. And then it served me well.
You're the second person to tell me that in non-identical situations.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm always after my male friends to make sure that they are taking care of themselves physically and mentally, because I feel culturally that, we really do program men to focus on being strong and being providers and not on their
taking
embrace.
care.
Not
Absolutely.
care of those things. I had a friend who ended up in the hospital, and it turned out to be because of stress and anxiety. And he was like, "What?" And he's telling the doctor, "What are you even talking about?" He's like, "I know exactly what I'm talking about." He's like, "I've done this many times." And he's like, "You need to chill out. You need to calm down. You need to get some help, buddy." And he's like, "No."
Yeah.
Yeah. And and again, my friend, thank God, like his wife was very supportive. His wife
Absolutely.
was like, thank you.
Because I grew up tough, rough, but I had good parents. I had good parents with careers, so they never failed. I failed them. But yeah, you grow up that way, and then you live your life thinking you're the toughest motherfucker there is.
Right.
And when you need to self-help yourself and self-heal, you don't know how.
Right. You don't know how
So,
to
right.
help.
Exactly.
Help is weakness.
Oh, yeah. I don't have, so all I did was bury myself in, alcohol and narcotics for a long time. And then once I realized, oh shit, wait a minute. Then as I got older and then having my boys changed me a lot. It changed me so much. Yeah.
And I honestly, I wish that was an answer for more people,
Yeah, because dude, I can't even, because I did relapse off booze. I've been 17 years clean off narcotics, but I was kind of share this with you a little bit. And even when I was out of town, drunk off Jameson in a hotel room, all I could think about is them. How I would never ever even pick up none of that in front of them. Like, so it was like, okay, you know what? You got weak, you disconnected, you didn't watch your behavior. Oh well, let's get back and do what we need to do. And God willing, or whatever's up there, Mother Earth, whatever, I'll be all right. Sometimes I think a lot of people in recovery will have years clean. I think there's a tipping point where we say, oh, I know I ain't never going back. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And narcotics, never, ever. Booze, I slipped. Yeah,
especially narcotics is so dangerous. If I try to get that thing.
Oh, the
so dangerous.
Professor's here, yeah.
Yes, he is.
Mm-hmm.
All the good buddies are here. But narcotics are so dangerous because what a lot of people do is they'll order up what they were used to taking,
mm-hmm.
completely not thinking about you and your body are a different person today, right? And they end up in a horrible overdose because they ordered what they used. They just ordered what they called their regular order. But guess what? That's not a regular order these days. So, you know, and so that is like a really sad statistic among many sad statistics that I read about in my line of work. But we can close that chapter there.
Yes, we can.
And get right back to comics and happier things and move into our Bussy Buster. So would you like to go first again?
Yes, this is the one book I'm like happy for, right? So
yes.
Well, I've showed it plenty of times, but I wanted this book for so long.
The venomization of X-Force.
Yeah, and Psylocke. So I finally picked it up in a 9.8. I got a great deal. Even Who Dat in Comics was. Are you familiar with Who Dat?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, even he was like, you know, good one. And so yeah, I've been wanting this for such a long time. I am a Psylocke dude. I love
all
her variants.
You love all the Psylocks.
Yes, well, you know what? I'm a flipper, so sometimes it's hard for me to resist. But I had the Astonishing Ant-Man, Ginny Frizen.
Yeah.
I remember fighting that for $6. But I could not get past the hairline that Frizen drew on her.
Oh.
The hairline looked like she was balding. And I was like, okay, I'm going to sell it. And then there's the X4 X-Men during the Matthew Rosenberg run.
Oh.
Cliff, that's really, really good. I think the professor knows about that run. I'll talk to him about it.
Sure he does.
X-Men 4, 1 in 100 by Mark Brooks. She's on a Asian ornament waterfall, like in on the snow. And I did not like the way her hips were the way he drew her, where the way the hips were coming down. It was always off. And I think it does come from a statue where he got the inspiration for that. I think it was a statue. But at the time, I was really just jonesing because I think I addicted personality again. And I think I get addicted to selling and flipping. And that book I got before the pandemic at a 9.8 for like $100. And of course, I sold it for like almost $500. And I just couldn't resist. And sometimes I look at it on eBay and I was like, I kind of want it back. But then I look at her body, the way he drew her body. I'm like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah, no, I'm like, although there are covers I enjoy and I may have exceptions on, you know, shout out to Nakayama. Most of all, I want to go and get the books that I really want to get. And so, of course, this year I've been very dedicated to the Legion of Superheroes. I got 2 big Legion pickups recently. I already debuted one the other night. This next one is Superboy number 89. It's the second appearance of the Phantom Zone, but the first appearance of Mon-El.
Nice.
And a 5.5.
Okay.
So this is from 1961, June of 1961. First appearance of Mon-El. Superboy thinks he's a fellow Kryptonian because he lands on Earth on a Monday, and he thinks that he's another member of his family because they look similar-ish. He calls him Mon-El, right? And then he gets a little bit jealous of Mon-El because, you know, Mon-El's a little older. Mon-El gets the name Bob Cobb, starts selling hairbrushes. So Superboy is like, I think he's up to something. And he paints some lead rocks green. And he's tossing them. And he's like, you know, Mon-El, what's up? And he's like, Mon-El, it's kryptonite. Oh, no. And Mon-El's like, oh, Superboy, whatever. And he's like, aha, I knew it. You're faking. He goes, oh, no. And he falls over. He's like, no, you're faking. He's like, I'm not faking. I'm not faking. And then Superboy's like, oh, no. He can't handle lead. Right? And Superboy is devastated. And Superboy, only so many issues earlier in Adventure Comics, went into the Phantom Zone, met General Zod, and he's like, there's nothing I can do to save you. And I don't know how to create a cure, so I'm going to put you into the Phantom Zone until I can find something. Right? Which he never does. right? So what happens is he stays locked in the Phantom Zone for centuries, right? And then Adventure Comics 300, Mon-El comes out of the Phantom Zone because Saturn Girl creates a temporary formula to protect him from lead, and he comes out and whoops the villain's ass, right? And then a few issues later, Marvel Lad, aka Legionnaire Lemon, joins the team. And after he joins the team, they reveal that it's Mon-El all along. Brainiac 5 came up with a cure for him and a permanent lasting serum so he could join them in the future. And then, of course, that's the Silver Age, and that's all I'm going to talk about. There's so much more for Mon-El after that that's way more complicated.
Nice.
So that is some wonderful Bussy Buster action.
Yeah, I'm not really a DC guy, you know, but I know, but when I when I came back into the hobby in 2015, all in, I read almost everything Rebirth, and I absolutely loved it. And at the time, I was reading Rebirth, I was reading Marvel, and I had just discovered Indies. And I've always say this: I think what I was reading in Rebirth was way better than I was reading at Marvel at the time. I think the only thing that was good enough to compare to what I was reading in Rebirth was the Chip Zdarsky Daredevil run. Other than that, what I was reading in Rebirth, dude, Justice League, Young Justice. I love the character Archer because he's in recovery from Titans. I love that. Arsenal. Yeah. My bad. So that, and I have a crush on Wonder Woman's cousin, the
sister,
Cassidy. No, not Donna Troy. She was in Young Justice. She's got the little jacket.
That's just her. That's just Cassie. That they're not related.
Okay, well, I like her.
Yeah,
I liked her in Young Justice.
I love her. She's great.
She played a big part. Oh, and I loved Tom Taylor, bro. Tom Taylor. The zombies in
DC. Yes. DC.
DC. Yes, I love that, dude. She played a big role in that.
Yeah, no, she's right because she has to become Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that was dope. So yeah, a bunch of stuff in Rebirth.
There's some great Cassie Sandmark stuff, and I love her a lot. Chris, the comic, that's hello.
Fellow Buffalo Bills fan.
Mm-hmm. Yes, all true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look for your book, excellent.
Yeah, I love my X-Men. You know, and I love Rogue. I love the Daughtermans. We were talking about the Daughtermans. I'm excited to have that magic. Yeah,
no, the magic's a big one, right? Because that's not an easy find.
No, well, it's not out yet. It's a 1 in 25. It's just like
the new magic. What am I talking about?
Yeah, like the Daughterman. So like I got the Captain Marvel and I got the Excalibur, and I got all the Daughterman covers that he did, and not all of them are variants. You know what I mean? Right. But there's like a Jean Grey. There's one with Emma Frost, and there's Rogue. There's a Captain Marvel. There's a Thor, and then there's maybe another one, and there's the Magic 8 coming out. It's already out, but I ordered a 9/8.
So you'll be getting that slab.
Yeah, I ordered. Yeah, I have never done that before, and I messaged him like, "Yo, dude," like he goes, "Oh, bro, I got enough to guarantee 9/8 for the amount that I listed only."
Who did you order from?
Let's see.
Like it was a website or an eBay?
eBay.
All right. Did he have a really good approval rating?
Yes, 98.9. Right. Yeah. I mean 98.9. Yeah. And he messaged back. Yeah, he messaged back quickly. Hey, yo, no, dude. Like I'm only sending this amount. That's why there's only this amount. And once those are gone, that's it. Because I'm having enough to order to get these 9/8s. Yeah. If not, you'll get refunded. Which I hope not. But I do have a raw copy coming as well. But
some websites promise 9.6 or better, right? To give themselves a wave of error.
Right.
Some have huge selections on a product, so they guarantee you a 9/8 because they know. And also they usually charge enough that the sales of the 9/8s will make up for the 9/6s that they get stuck with, that they will sell cheaply and still get some value out of.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, to my knowledge, I don't know. I'm not a retailer. I just try to listen to their stories.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, that's the first time I did it because I didn't want to. I would love a 9.8 in that. As I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. It was only like at the time he was, and that's why I jumped on it because it was only like 100 and something, like less than.
I approve because sometimes you gotta jump on it because you love it.
Yeah.
And sometimes you gotta go, whoa.
Yeah.
I need that first appearance of Monel. I gotta stop.
Yeah. and that way, I was guaranteed a 9.8 to go with my Rogue and my Captain Marvel, and I'd be good with that.
Yes. Yes. And in case y'all didn't know what I was talking about, this is the second appearance of Legion of Superheroes. Yeah, 3.0. From 1959. Oh, yep, December of 59.
None of us were born.
Exactly. But my love for them would be born years later.
Mm-hmm.
When I was like, Superman had friends.
I do remember that. I do remember that TV show, that cartoon.
Yep.
Here in the Illinois area, they have that TV on regular cable. So at work in the lunchroom, in the mornings, I'll just put it on when I'm making coffee, and they were showing Super Friends. I forgot what station it is, but they show everything, dude. Ghostbusters, Alf. I forgot there was an Alf cartoon. I don't know if
someone's out there trying to do a retro TV station.
Yeah, I don't know. We're similar in age. I'm 48, Cliff. But
I'm 47.
Okay, man, we're
very similar. Very similar.
Yeah. Same generation.
Yes.
Latchkey kids.
X, what a magical time it is for us.
For us, it is. Don't get me started on millennials in the blue collar work life. I don't want to. That's another rabbit hole.
You know what? The thing is, when you read history, everybody has the same complaints over time.
I know.
And then you end up turning into the people that pissed you off.
Yeah. So they'll be us in 10 years.
So hard.
Yeah. They'll be us. Yeah, dude. I don't care. I own that game. I wish I was a boomer. You know what I mean? But I am like at work, especially like, dude, you guys suck. I get in trouble sometimes. Take HR classes because I used to.
You're like, you can't tell them they suck. That doesn't work.
That's exactly what they say.
You can say you're disappointed. You can't just say they suck.
And you know what I would tell them in that meeting in the wall, so that I'm just enabling them.
Well,
so now
because you're allowed to say you're disappointed, right?
Oh, jeez.
And you're allowed to talk to them about what you feel needs to be done and what they have to commit to, and setting your expectations. And I'm telling you this not just because of the current work environment, but because I have to be this way with the clients. I can't push people to do things that they're not actually ready, willing, and able to do. I can just say that it's here for you, ready to happen, and I'm ready to help you. But the number one thing is, in my line of work, not about working with people, that is different. But in my line of work, the thing is, I cannot want it more than the client.
That's true.
So, like, there's that. Now, separating that from the work equation, you just have to remind people respectfully, there are expectations. You're not meeting them. I'm telling you, I want you to address it. If you need my help in addressing it, I am here for you, right? And that's it. That is your formula, man. Stick to that formula. And at the end, when you see it's not working out, your formula has been like, I told you about it. I offered to help you. I offered to assist you any way possible to get you up to speed. We've talked about this on numerous occasions, and that's it. Because that is the only way. That's the only method you got for the modern era.
I see what you did there.
And I mean, and also, like, I had a situation with a guy in my last position. Like, when people throw around terms that like are new, and you're just like, like you're like, okay, new terms, eye roll, whatever. But then you see it in action, and you're like, well, shit. So, in my old position, I had this guy who started at McDonald's, and he has 4 different managers, right? And one of the managers was a terrible jerk to him, right? A real prick. And when someone's telling you a story, you have to take into account it's their story, it's their thoughts, right? But I know this person, and although he could get it twisted sometimes, it was too specific, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh, the manager followed me to the garbage and then followed me back into McDonald's and then showed me all the corners that I missed and then told me that he can't waste his time picking up the slack for my work. And this person has a disability, you know? And like, that's not fair. And so anyhow, basically this person had an ableist attitude, right? And a lot of people don't really get that the jargon like ableist, but basically he like had a problem that this person has a disability and may need a little more help or guidance, and like took it upon himself to be a jerk about it.
Yeah.
He could have handled it like, hey, I need you to see something. When you're doing corners, make sure you go into the corner. If you have trouble getting the corner, use the mop this way, use the broom this way. There are ways to do it. Now, of course, I can't get involved, so I have to recommend them to another service to get a job coach, right? And a job coach will show up to your job with you and straight up help you out. But a lot of people are afraid to do that because they don't want people to see that they need help.
Yeah.
You know? And anyhow, I opened up another can of worms, but my whole point is I have had to learn through my job about meeting people where they're at.
Yeah.
And I just want to pass on. I want to pass on what I've learned.
I like what you said about, I'm going to go back and clip that and utilize that. Like, you know what I mean? Because that does make sense. That's a good formula. Because a lot of times they don't meet. Yeah, they don't meet expectations. And the era that I come from is like, you know, they always demanded that you meet those expectations.
Exactly.
And that's not the era that we're in now. You know, that's not.
And listen, if you look back at stories of some of the greats in our life, right? Usually they made it because someone knew how to talk to them and help them. You know, someone knew how to like just be like, hey, I love what you're doing with your work at the movie theater, and you're so good with customers, and you're really funny. Have you ever thought about comedy? You know, and like, you know, or stuff like that. And it's just like, hi, Carol Burnett. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, Carol.
So like those are the things you gotta. And I don't know. I'm trying to preach the world of like kindness and being sensible and being helpful and communicating. And I feel exhausting talking about it sometimes, but it's because I see where we're at in the world. The world always needs a little more kindness. But now it's not the time for kindness. Now it's time for Rate It or Hate It. This Rate It or Hate It is brought to us from Cover Price in the year 2019. So, Darth, for you, the uninitiated, I'm going to show you a comic from the old ass top 10. You choose if we rate it or hate it. And if we rate it on a scale of 5. So at a 1, it means, okay, this may not be for me, but there's an audience for this somewhere. And a 5, it's like, well, this is a must-have for any collector. You see the extreme, right? All right. So like 3 obviously is like, oh, I think this is beautiful. It's not in my top tier, but I can see where it's got big value. All right, at number 10, oh boy, we're starting with a doozy. At number 10, we have Thor #1 from 2014 with Jane Foster. And now, mind you, this is old. In 2023, it saw a little resurgence in the Raw end. Sir, do we rate it or hate it?
Rate it.
All right.
Absolutely.
What are you rating it?
I have never read this. This is something that I want to read. I've only heard good things about it. I would rate it from 7.
No, 1 to 5. 1 to 5.
1 to 5. Well, then 4, because I want to read it, and I've heard too much good things about it, and I know that people were a little bit butthurt that Jason Aaron made Thor female, but the way he executed it, from what I heard, was fantastic, and people need to give it a chance. So I'd rate it 4.
Yeah. By the way, during the time that this storyline took place, Thor still had another book that he appeared in.
Yes.
And I remind people of that all the time. I am also giving it a 4. And
Absolutely.
I did read it. And so did Steve Bizzle. Thor for Lady Thor. Wait, 4 for Lady Thor.
And not to go take us down a rabbit hole, but that debauchery, that horrible movie that was Thor, whatever, the last Thor movie. The only parts about that movie I like was Jane Foster's scene. They literally could have gave me that movie without anybody else in it, and it would have probably been better than the shit we got.
Yeah, they just tried to do too much, and they didn't do it. They're trying to do too much, and they didn't do it strong. And by the way, there are nice parts. There are parts I enjoy with her. Parts I enjoy with what's his name there, the villain?
Gore.
Right, there are parts I enjoy with Gore, but I felt like they were unsuccessful in delivering 100% on either story.
Oh, hold on. Oh, I'm good. We're good. I just lost my other monitor. I gotta charge my.
Paolo is like, Jason Aaron should never be allowed near superheroes. His Avengers was the worst Avengers since the Crossing storyline in 1985. Those are some strong words.
Hot take.
That's a big hot take. And
yes,
speaking of hot take, the next one is really a cover by. It is Absolute Carnage #1, the Del Auto Cult of Carnage 1 in 25. Rate it or hate it?
Hate it.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Hey, I Del Auto.
I love his art.
I mean, I don't know. He's been caught up in that mimicking statues and some other. I don't think he. Yeah, no. I think it's mimicking, like literally drawing.
You're talking about plagiarism.
Yeah, something like that. So.
I mean, I understand, but I do think he is a talented artist.
Yeah.
Even if he's using statues, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not super crazy about this time storyline, anything, you know.
No.
It doesn't do it for me. The next one might do it for both of us. At number 8, it's House of X. Number 2, the Decades variant for Jean Grey.
I'm obviously rated. I'm gonna rate it a 3.
Okay.
I rated it a 3. I don't like the way Jean Grey in the 90s X-Men face looks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I like what I like the read. Well, yeah. Am I basing it off the cover or the guts? The read.
Well, okay, for instance, this one was on the list because of the cover. So, but some of them are based on because of the read. So, I'll differentiate.
Okay, so then 3 still. Because the cover I don't really too much like.
Right. The cover's cool. I like Phoenix. Yeah. The read is good. Awesome.
Yes.
You know, do I feel like you have to bend over backwards to go and get this? No.
No. Mm-hmm.
All right. That's going to bring us to number 7, which has a special place in my heart. Number 7 from Wildstorm at DC Comics, The Boys #1.
Did not read this. I actually thought the show, hot take, it's like, man, it's whatever. It's just violent. It's just whatever. But I respect lore and I respect the fandom. I don't think I would ever read it, but I will rate it because I know that this book is loved and respected by the comic book world. Yeah. So rate it at for them. I gotta be myself 3.
I'm also going to go with a 3, although I actually enjoy it.
Okay.
Also, The Boys 3. We're all in agreement. I did enjoy it. It is a lot. It is certainly not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But I enjoyed it, and I enjoy the show, even though the show has already departed. But still, I mean, I still recommend that if people like a really brutal story, well, this is the one for you. Oh, and speaking of brutal, we're back to Absolute Carnage #1. This is the Stegman Premiere variant. Rate it or hate it?
I believe I read this. Is this Donny Cates?
Yes, it is Donny Cates. Yes.
I'm gonna have to rate this because I didn't like that last cover, but I'm gonna have to rate this because I remembered it was Donny Cates when Donny Cates was cooking, and I really love Stegman. So I'm gonna go ahead and rate it. I'm gonna Fuck.
It's hard, isn't it?
I got it. I really like that, dude. Man. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go 4 because I'm combining Stegman's art and Donny Cates was cooking at the time, so I'm gonna give it a 4 for Absolute Carnage.
I'm coming in at a 3. I think it's a cool cover. I thought it was a solid story. Not among my favorites. Definitely has its audience. So I'm gonna leave it there.
Nice.
Coming in at number 5 is a classic, ladies and gentlemen, a classic. But you should never pay this much for it because there's over 16,000 of them at a 9.8 on the CGC census. It's Spawn number 1.
We were just talking about this. I wish it was a newsstand. I'm also known as Newsstand McGee because I love newsstands. I'm gonna go ahead. I got to give it a 4 because it's it's nostalgia, and it's The Godfather. I tried reading this as a youngster, dude. I remember it not being good, and I don't think I've ever tried it. So I just got to give it a 4 out of respect for the Godfather. This is our childhood, and I used to love the HBO cartoon back in the day. So 4 for the Godfather and the classic nostalgia Spawn number 1.
All right, I'm gonna join you in a 4 because, like, I thought Spawn started off pretty cool. I did collect it for a while, and C Bizzle joins me in Spawn at a 4. Paolo joins us at a 3, and Junction City Slots owns 2 of them. So that is fair.
Yeah, you got.
Don't pay more than $125 in a slab unless there's something special about it.
Well, that's actually pretty cheap for this book.
I would never pay more than $125. There are 16,000 9.8s on the census.
Okay, what about Newsstand?
That one I think has a separate category. No, for Newsstand, I would pay more for this. Okay. I would pay more, but do not pay more than $125 for the regular old version. Okay. If it's the one with the extra black ink, if it's the one that's a newsstand, if it's the newsstand and Todd farted on it and it was all over the newspaper and it's documented, okay, fine, go ahead. You know?
Yeah.
All right. And speaking of gods, Mr. Miracle number 5 with Dr. Wunderbar's Murder Machine.
Again, I'm not familiar, but I gotta respect the comic homies, and I'm just gonna go rate it. I know this dude has his audience, and I'm gonna, because I don't know much about it. I'll give it a 3.
I think a 3 is fair for not knowing much about it. It has a tremendous audience. Paolo gives it a 5. C Bizzle coming in at a 4. I'm going to agree with C Bizzle and give it a 4. I feel very strongly about Mr. Miracle and the Jack Kirby legacy.
That's Kirby. Did Tom Keene write one of these runs?
Yes, and
I heard it was excellent. This was
hot because of his run.
Then I think I gave it a fair rating.
Yeah, no, you totally did. Based on just general knowledge, I think you did very well.
Yeah.
You know, look at what Paulo said. He's like, it's Kirby in Fourth World. What else do you need to know?
Paulo Costa.
Yeah, he's
Brazilian.
Portugal.
Portuguese.
Yep.
I wonder if he likes soccer. My team's drawing right now. Cliff, Manchester United, all day, every day. Sorry.
He probably knows better than I do, but I'm just a nerd.
I hear you. No, I know.
You know, I'm like, is Coca-Cola Zero actually murdering me, or are y'all people just ignoring the fact that I don't diet the way that I should?
No, me neither.
You know,
I constantly have heartburn because I eat too much Hispanic-y food.
Yeah, which is fine, but you know, we got to learn how to like size it out, portion control.
Absolutely.
You know, by the way, I have all these videos saved just to help teach me how to do all that shit. Do I do it? No. So moving on to number 3, X-Force number 2, giving us our second Deadpool, and oh my God, what else is this book known for? How can I lose it?
Is it the first appearance of this guy on the cover? Or there's somebody in there, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Second appearance of Deadpool. First appearance of this guy who I think they thought was going to appear in one of the Marvel movies.
I think,
and
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that helped boost us up. You know, blah 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 blah. Boost the raw movies. Oh well.
I'm a big sucker for nostalgia.
Yep. Aren't we all?
I remember buying literally the Golden Apple on Melrose in LA on the west side, which is really close to like Hollywood. It's across the street from Fairfax High School. So, and I do like the story.
That's Kane on the cover of Palo.
Yeah, I do like the story, dude. I'm not a Liefeld guy, really. Now that I've grown up. 4. I wanted it. Fuck, I can't believe I wanted to give it a 5, Cliff.
I don't know.
I don't know if. Yeah, I'm gonna go 4. And I remember the ink inside these books were like, oh, I could.
You could.
I just go, yes. I'm gonna go 4. Still good. I gotta go 4.
I'm gonna join you and C-Bizzle and Paolo in a 4 across the board. But Doom's 4 is still trash. Yeah. We've all been there. All right, moving on to the number 2 spot from 1980. Oh wait, I lost it. Darn it! I hit the wrong thingy. Moon Knight number 1.
I don't know much, but I know. See what I did there?
Yep.
So let me be. Yeah. So Aaron Neville and Linda Ronstadt, who's half Mexican. So all right. So I don't really. It's like I feel out of respect I should give it like a 5 because I know it carries weight again in the community, but I kind of don't like the cover. But it is standard 80s type shit, you know.
Yep.
It would have been better of a newsstand. I'm just gonna
those are his 3 personalities too at the bottom.
No, that I didn't know. But I did kind of like the show, believe it or not. And I liked that whole thing with the 3%. Fuck, because of that alone, I'll give it a 4 out of respect. I know it's Moon Knight.
I love me some good old fashioned Moon Knight. Like, you know, I'm giving it a solid 4. C-Bizzle's giving it a 5 and 3. I've been reassessing my taste for Moench and Sienkiewicz's Moon Knight, and it wasn't very engaging.
Damn.
Sometimes it can be, but you know, I think the earlier issue is not so hot.
I just want to answer Junction City. Correct. No. X-Eyes and Wolverine, it's not an incentive. It's only Excalibur. There's a Jean Grey. I think that's one of the X-Men's. The Emma Frost. There's a Thor. There's a Captain Marvel. And the Magic coming up. And that's the only ones I can remember. So yeah, no, it was an open order.
Approved. All right. In the number 1 spot, part of a Putri connecting variant.
Oh, I like her.
We're back to House of X number 2. Her connecting variant, rate it or hate it for the number 1 slot.
Rated 5. I love the cover. I really enjoyed both House of X and Power of X, and I am pretty much for the most part. I favor the Krakoa era. I know there's some gunk in there. We were talking about it yesterday, like Immortal X-Men, X-Men Red. There was some gunk that I didn't like, but then like the Professor liked Immortal X-Men and whatever else. And then you're talking about the Sinister, whatever thingamajig, that Sins of Sinister, a bunch of crap. I think the best thing that did was highlight smaller characters in the mutants, give them more of a stage, and other characters that we have forgotten about. So this is a 5 all day, every day.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Here for the cluttered cover. I like it. I like it enough. I like this enough that I can handle it. I am going with C-Bizzle, and I'm going to give this a 4 for both. I like a connecting cover, and I like House of X and Powers of X.
Absolutely.
And that concludes our time here at Rated or Hated.
And it was a big orgy fest on Mars.
Oh yeah, let's not forget that. That was like the best part.
Dude, they were,
right.
yeah.
Sir, we are coming to our finale.
Okay.
Which means it's time for your homework assignment. 5 books of your choice with a theme of your choice. And it's time for the 5-finger shuffle.
So, because I want... Oh, no, where's the... Okay, shoot. Well, that's fine. Because I want people... And damn it, Darth, you would... Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. The covers don't matter. But I am a huge Alien Predator fan, and I think people should be watching Alien Earth. And I believe I would rarely recommend books, but if you love that world, I would recommend the Marvel Alien 2019 series. I think it's really readable. The art inside of it kind of suffers because it's La Roca, and I pulled the wrong covers, Cliff, but it's the same run and arc. This is just issue 10 of this series. So
Salvador La Roca, right?
Yeah, in issue 1 to 5, and I'm getting more comfortable within myself and doing these streams, and I'm gonna plug myself for my channel. So me and Sickle, we after the show on Tuesdays we go live and we just talk about it. We just so this is just covers that I had, which I obviously was half asleep yesterday because I'm a blue collar working American, and there's this one. It's kind of cool. I got a bunch of the variants, but they're in a long box buried somewhere. And because I thought I had a 5th one, I have not read this yet, but I did love Beneath the Trees.
Beneath the Trees, where nobody sees.
Yeah, I did read the first arc, and it was fantastic. We actually covered it on that channel I used to be on. That was fun. And so those are my 5-finger punch or discount.
The
what was it?
5-finger shuffle. The 5-finger shuffle.
Yes. Clever word usage on your segments. I like it.
Well, right. I like to make sure that they're fun and just a little bit. And all right, sir. You tell people where you're going to be at, where they can find you this week.
This Monday, I'm on my channel, Darth Lopez. I'm bagging unfiltered. I'm going to have Hudak Comics.
Yay!
Yeah, I'm going to have Hudak. And then Tuesday like 8:30 Central Standard Time, me and Sick we just hop on and we just talk about we were talking about Alien Earth episode 4.
All right, there you go.
And if you want to vote, if you want to support a man who's struggling with stepping away from the drama content, please CBC Awards channel under 500. Vote for me, and if not, vote for Chanko, and vote for Cliff.
Oh, that's very nice. I'm only alone in one category, which is most entertaining in the up to 2000 category, but also the Council Comics is in 4 other categories. And don't forget C Bizzle and Green Shirt Guy for community artists. So, I mean, if you find it in your heart to do all that voting, I mean, like we'll all certainly appreciate it. We'll all certainly appreciate it.
I don't give a shit. I want to win.
Yeah, I'll
just be honest.
I like to win. And I do believe if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for real. Because in one of them, I think for maybe it's most entertaining host, Bo was like, Cliff, come on, you've won 2 awards with the council. Like, just step down and let me have this. And I was like, no, I don't know who.
Bro. Well, who's in that? Because I know
it's me, Bo from Aussieverse.
Bleeker?
No, Bleeker's not in that one.
Biggie?
Biggie might be in that one. Let me go pull it up.
Yeah.
Let's go pull it up in a separate window. And I mean, listen, I am super flattered by who I am sharing the category with. That is for sure. Biggest channels. Nope. Most engaging host.
I think
so. Brucifer from Kingdom of Nerds, Cliff from Cliff on Comics, Omnibo for Aussieverse, Sal the Slab Guy for Codex Station, and the immortal Biggie Shack.
It's a tough one.
It's
Biggie's like.
Biggie's good. Biggie's really
Biggie's
good.
Biggie's the reason I'm on in this bubble.
And Bo really draws a crowd, and he's all the way in Australia. I understand.
Yeah, it comes down to like selective politics and friendships, huh? This is why I'll say this, Cliff, and I know you want to go. They should just have a fucking committee, man. Like take the fucking favoritism out of it.
No,
you know?
Listen,
I mean, we don't gotta go down the road. But
I need people to remember that this is not the Academy Awards. This is the VMAs. This is MTV's VMAs.
Okay.
Community, right?
All right. Yeah. Fuck it. Have fun with it. Let's have fun with it. You're right.
Exactly. And I keep trying to remind people, it's not this thing that's being emulated. It's this thing that's being emulated.
Right.
And does that kind of make it more of a popularity contest? Yes. Can you rally for votes if you choose to, if you really want it? Yes. Is it literally the end of the world?
No.
No.
I just want to have fun.
Because just the fact that there was over 250 people who ran out there to rally for all these people who made it to the finalists should be enough to know. And if I don't win any of these things, I mean, I'll be a little bit sad if I don't win anything. But if I don't win any of these things, I will know I will have a full heart knowing that I was a finalist in all these categories.
Absolutely.
People still love me after all this time. I've had an amazing 2025 has been it has been one half hot garbage, one half amazing. The amazing half has been getting to know people in the world that I know online.
And I'll piggyback off that, because there's channels on there that I didn't know and I went to go try to find. And I subscribe to fucking everybody and I don't unsubscribe. I just leave it because whatever. Even if I don't watch and I don't know the content's not for me, I don't care. At least I give a sub. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean, I'm not one to unsubscribe. I think that shit's corny. Myself, that's just me.
I really do try to engage with all these channels, get to know them, and like I mean, there's a couple that are really not for me, but I try.
That's respectable. I mean, I think my content isn't for everybody. Yeah. Man, trust me.
Even still, like I subscribe to your shit.
What you do?
Yeah.
Damn, Cliff, I didn't know.
Have I? I may have. Hold on, let's review. Review. Hold on. I was like, your link is in the description right now as we speak. Just so you know.
I mean, I can be funny at times and controversial, but look, man, I did it for the community, dude.
Okay, I'm not gonna let that one go, but like, what you do, you. Well,
yeah.
Oh wait, by the way, while we're here, and this is very late in the game, but if you need comic book supplies, please go over to BCW. Use promo code CliffComics to save 10%. You're helping my channel, and you're saving money too. And they have great products. They've got 4 mil and 2 mil products and all that stuff in Silver Age and Modern Age and every age you need. Treasury size edition, magnets that hold your cards and your comics. They got it all over at BCW. Go show them some love.
Man, this is fun, dude. This is probably the most fun I've had with somebody in a while, dude.
I'm so glad.
Very natural. Very natural.
Well, because that's what it should be. We're supposed to be here talking about. We did talk about what we love and our experiences around the things that we love.
Yeah, and
that's what this is supposed. That's what I'm supposed to be. I mean, everyone acts. You know how everyone has like the dream of what they want to be in the comic. Like what is your ultimate form? And my ultimate form is Big Gay Oprah. I joke about it all the time, but that's all I want to do. I want to have the day where I have a panel at a convention and people show up and I'm pitching my new comic, and then before everyone leaves, I go, look under your chair, you get a slab, you get a slab, you all get a slab. Like that's my dream moment. That's my dream moment. I could die very happy after that. But hold on, let me make sure that I do actually have you subscribed.
I know I subscribe to you on both my, because I was new to make my own content, so I could create my channel off my laptop, which was another Darth Lopez. So it's like I got 2 Darth Lopez.
Oh well, I'm subscribed now.
Yay!
But I swear to you, I thought I was subscribed from the day I asked you to be on the show.
It's all good.
So but sometimes YouTube just craps on everything you do.
Yeah, YouTube it can be weird.
It can. All right, folks, that's it. You'll see me again today at 5 p.m. I'm going to be on with the Council of Comics. We're going to do Demolition Man as our review today. part of the Wesley Snipes Sea Bizzle trilogy that we're doing. And then at 7 p.m. I should be on with J-Man, and then that's it. And Kate, thank you, Slots. And also, Nerdy, what's up? You came at the very end, my friend. Please catch it on the rewind. I appreciate all of you. Have a great day. As Christina Payne always says, spread the love, everybody. Peace.